President Duterte is the best president the Philippines has ever had.
Isang foreigner, nais hiramin ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte para sa kanilang bansang UK. Mas nagpapakita pa ito ng pagmamahal kay Pangulong Duterte kaysa sa ibang mga Pilipino na wala nang ginawa para sa bansa, puro pa paninira. Isang malaking kahihiyan nito para sa mga oposisyon. Para sa buong detalye, tumutok lamang sa video na ito. Pero bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aking channel, huwag mong kalimutang pindutin ang subscribe button, pati na rin ang tiny bell, para updated ka sa mga bagong kaganapan. Maraming salamat! Sa 4 na taong pagkakaupo ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte bilang leader ng ating bansa, wala siyang ibang inatupag kundi ang paglingkuran ang mga Pilipino. Nariyan ang iba't ibang mga executive orders na ipinatupad, iba't ibang mga programa at iba't ibang mga proyekto, lalo na sa mga infrastruktura na magpapatunay kung gaano kahusay ang ating Pangulo. Lahat ng ito ay napakinabangan nating mga Pilipino at pera man ng taong bayan ang ginamit para sa mga ito, nararapat na pasalamatan natin ang Pangulo dahil nagamit ng tama ang ibinabayad nating buwis, hindi tulad sa mga nakaraang administrasyon. Sa kabila ng mga ito, tila hindi nakikita ng mga oposisyon ang kahusayan at ang dedikasyon ng Pangulo upang maiangat ang Pilipinas dahil silang mga grupong bulag at puro paninira lamang ang inaatupag. Isang kahihiyan na mas na-appreciate pa ng ibang mga lahi ang Pangulo kesa sa kanila, gaya na lamang ng isang foreigner na si Malcolm Conlan na ipinagtanggol ang Pangulo sa mga taong hindi nakikita ang lahat ng mga ginagawa nito. Sabi nito sa kanyang post, "Dear Philippines, during this time of lockdown breaches in the UK, please, may I borrow President Duterte to ensure law and order? President Duterte never has been and never will be a lame duck president. He is a man of greatness who must be respected by us all. I have nothing but the greatest respect for the father of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte."
Hi friends, just a quick video. I've just seen some comments today on some posts that I made earlier on. One particular Pinoy was saying there's been no real change. He hasn't noticed any change in the country. It's all talk. There's no improvements in infrastructure. Well, I have to say, I don't know where he's been for the last year and a half, but as far as I'm concerned, there's been some massive improvements in the country. You know, we're getting news every single day of the hard work the president's doing to improve the lives of the Filipino people. Take, for instance, the amount of unpaid taxes and unpaid charges that have been collected by the government, at least 50 billion pesos within the last 3 months. Not only that, take for improvements in payments to the Philippine General Hospital of 100 million pesos a month. Take, for instance, the improvement in the airport navigation system. How many years now has the Philippines had a navigation system that's been out of date? As the Philippines improves in terms of tourism and infrastructure, you know, there are so many exciting changes happening right now in the country. The airport navigation system is going to be upgraded, and the country's air traffic control system is going to be upgraded, which is fantastic news. Take, for example, the reduction in poverty. Recently, there's been even more announcements about a further reduction in poverty, reductions in crime. You know, there's been an all-time reduction in robbery to an all-time low since records begun. You know, there's just been so many exciting changes happening right now. There's going to be the Philippines' first subway system built in partnership with the Japanese. Then there's the runway Manila, which is a fantastic bridge connecting Pasay and Resorts World, as well as the Belmont Hotel with Terminal 3 Naiya. So instead of waiting for a taxi, instead of queuing up for ages and going on a very long walk, you can just simply take a bridge to connect you with the terminal straight from your hotel. And this was in partnership with Mega World and the Build Every single day I'm receiving messages to say there have been exciting changes in what's happening in the country right now. The fact is that whenever President Duterte smells a whiff of corruption, he immediately sacks the person who's involved in that corruption, or even the department who's corrupt. How many presidents have done that? How many presidents will immediately fire somebody if there's a whiff of corruption? This is something new, and we've never seen this before. I think that President Duterte is the best president the Philippines has ever had. This guy was saying there's no improvements in the infrastructure. There have been. These projects have been started. I know because I've seen the messages that have come through to me from the Presidential Communications Office explaining that there's groundbreaking ceremonies, that there have been, you take for instance the OFW Bank. How long did it take for a president or for a government to open a bank purely for OFWs, to recognize that OFWs need this break? OFWs need to save money and invest money, and they need services directly for them. Take for instance the IDOL card, which basically means all of the services, if you like, are streamlined, and the ID for Filipinos is streamlined. Also, I'm really hoping and praying, and I've said this for a long time now, that leaving the Philippines and working abroad will be a choice and not a necessity. And I'm particularly concerned about Filipinos going across to Middle Eastern countries. This is a president who means action and real change.
Hindi natin mawari kung anong nakikita natin at ng foreigner na ito na hindi nakikita ng mga anti-government. Patunay ang foreigner na ito na tunay na mahusay at nararapat na ipagmalaki sa buong mundo si Tatay Digong, at ang dapat na ikahiya ay yung mga taong walang ibang ginawa kundi ang magdulot ng kaguluhan sa bansa. Mga taong wala nang naitutulong sa pag-unlad ng bansa, pero sila pa itong malalakas ang loob na magalit sa Pangulo. Gayunpaman, anumang paninira nila sa kanya, hinding-hindi nito mabubura ang katotohanang si Pangulong Duterte ang nagbigay ng pagbabago sa ating bansa. Si Pangulong Duterte ang totoong may pagmamalasakit, at si Pangulong Duterte ang tunay na may pagmamahal sa bayan at sa mga Pilipino. Ano ang masasabi mo sa video na ito? Kung may nais kang sabihin, maaari kang magbahagi ng iyong opinion sa comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you on my next video.